Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X. Time of recording is 1:37 p.m. Thursday, February 27, 2025. When we last left off, we had finally got our chance to meet up with this famous / infamous Justicar Samara. Come to find out, she's a bit of a powerhouse. Happens to also look like a weapon as well, in more ways than one. Now we're just in the process of continuing on to do what we can for this galaxy as well as our colleagues. Right now we have a particular operation to head out on to save or stop, not entirely sure, the son of one Thane Krios, our resident quick kill specialist. Apparently he's gotten access to information he shouldn't have access to, as well as shouldn't have access to yet. And we've got ourselves a large problem to solve. So if you folks like what you're seeing, want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube, both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube, follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Pistol upgrade for 20% damage, plus 50% heavy pistol damage against armor. Nice. Haven't really been picking up many pistol upgrades this game, in this playthrough, but you usually don't. You don't really need to either. The pistol usually hits pretty hard regardless. 50% biotic damage, 50% to shields, barriers, and armor, which has us up to 375. Shepard's melee attacks are more powerful. Yes, indeed. I do need to look at some of this other stuff. Like some of these armors. Usually if I'm getting armor, it's usually the collector armor. The collector chitin armor. Regenerative bonus is plus 10%, storm speed plus 10%, and extra 20% health. Or, maybe not. I might be thinking of another armor. Huh. Either way. Mid bay upgrade, Solaris armor, Thanix cannon. Won't need those for a while.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing, but think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
It's tenure at wait. Did he say tenure at 16? Or did I miss something right there? I was looking at something when he was talking. Jesus.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he
Yeah.
a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Solarian lives short, mature rapidly
Right.
by your standards, don't live much past 40.
Right. Yep. Boy, they really do get lowballed. They don't live much past 40, so every moment it better be full of living. And what's worse is you have Vorcha, and they don't live much past 20. It's like, God. By the time you get out of school, most of your Vorcha friends, colleagues, or enemies are dead.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for
Excuse
the
me?
government?
No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Solarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based, invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved, reward for curiosity, intelligence, drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Say, son, said you wanted to be a gardener. Oh. All of that tells me you shoot people. We're gonna stop asking those questions there, son. Okay.
Why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social, reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn. Sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region. Subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Solarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
I can respect it.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless, statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
That I can respect. Stop trying to save a galaxy. Just try and save one life. And if you can do that, try and save another one. Go from there. Stop trying to carry it all on your shoulders. Sometimes you have no choice, but stop trying to carry it all on your shoulders. Carry what you can. See who else is around. See who else is carrying what. Maybe y'all can help each other out.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad we talked too, Mordin.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with Genophage. Dirty work, ethically ambiguous, problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Mordin Solus biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case, regardless. Thank you.
No problem, brother. Yeah. I myself, I love my family, but I'm not overly talkative with them. And it's not like there's issues or anything. I'm just not an overly talkative person by nature. It has nothing to do with my family. But you do want to make sure that those connections are maintained. It is very important.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
I'm good, Shepard. Ready for anything. We live, we'll get loud, and spill some drinks on the Citadel.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Okay. Come back to that. Nope. Samara. I will be right back, folks. Alright, folks. Sorry about that. Actually.
Hey, Shepard.
Hey.
So, you and Kelly, huh? Sounds like you two had a nice date. I thought she was coming on to me at first, but maybe she was just being friendly to the new girl.
That, or she was coming on to you, or she was being friendly to the new girl and coming on to you. Two things can be possible at the same time, dear.
Liara Tassoni's got quite a reputation. I've done business with her people before.
That does not surprise me, actually.
Joker and Edie are like an old married couple. I keep expecting to walk in on them bickering about the temperature in the cockpit.
You know, I think I might have actually heard them bickering about that at one point in this game, but I may be misremembering.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Oh, I know. I know you will. You're a gossip and a spy. Those two things fit. Like I said, my kind of room.
What's this area of the ship?
This is one of the ship's observation decks. They provide a sweeping outside view for off-duty personnel.
This room is a structural weakness. Any transparent material is weaker than our armor.
The Illusive Man predicted you would object. In combat, the observation rooms are sealed and depressurized. Sheets of ablative armor are extended to cover the windows.
Sealed and depressurized. Well, Samara, you better get out of here when it goes down. Go ahead and get this out the way.
Shepard,
Do you have any suggestions about using some of the resources we've gathered?
I believe I can use some of them to increase our fuel reserves so we can explore further. Shall I tell you what is required?
Show me what it would take.
Yes, indeedy. Helios thruster tech. Normandy now has a plus 50% fuel cell capacity. Engine refitted with Heed Industries designed Helios thruster module. 3,000, but hey, I didn't even see what 3,000 it took.
Shepard,
How are you?
I've spent much of the last 400 years on my own. It is nice to have a colleague to chat with. I may be rusty at it, however. If you are patient, I would love to talk.
No problem.
How much do you know about our mission?
I know that I've sworn an oath to follow you, and that you seek to destroy the Collectors. That is enough for me.
Oh God. All right.
You don't want to know why the Collectors need to be fought?
When you live by a code that compels you to harsh action, you learn the dangers of curiosity. If I must kill a man because he has done wrong, do I really wish to know that he is a devoted father?
That's valid, but if you don't know what the enemy is doing, how can you make sure that they don't get the chance to do it other than shooting them? And if you don't have the opportunity to shoot them, like say, we only recently found out where they could be based on our scans from Edie, then it stands to reason they're going to be able to keep doing what they're doing, and you're going to have to play catch up, Samara. But hey.
I'd like to hear more about the criminal you were chasing on Nos Astra.
I hope you will understand if I wish to avoid this topic. It is deeply tied to my code and beliefs. You might say it is personal.
Yeah, there we go. It being personal, like I said. But I'll say this. I would say it could affect the mission, but the way she comes off, if she believed it would, she'd say it. Now, it doesn't mean that she's aware of all the factors that I may need to be aware of, but I suspect she would say it. That being said,
I need to know if this will impact the mission.
It will not.
and there it is. So I'm trusting you with that.
What do you think of Cerberus?
I've heard rumors. but learned long ago to form my own impressions. There is too much room for interpretation in the opinions of others.
Yes, there is. But it doesn't mean you ignore the rumors, you just keep them filed away in your Rolodex. Rumors always come from something, whether that's some form of truth, some form of misinformation, or some form of hate. Somebody pouring salt and causing problems. In which case, you now need to look at both of them, because what did they do to make this individual, this group, this segment so mad? 6 times out of 10, all they did was exist.
Why were you willing to work for Cerberus when you didn't have first-hand knowledge?
She
I
ain't.
work for you, Shepard. Our methods may be different, but our goals are not.
Thinking like that is not really surprising. It's the same as I don't trust the president who, like, I don't trust the individual who's the president. I trust the person in the chair. I trust the chair, right? I'm not here to look after him or her. I'm here to look after who's in the chair. One second, folks. Looks like I just had a package arrive. Alright, folks, sorry about that. I didn't mean to leave you staring at my ugly mug. I know you'd rather keep looking at Samara.
I should get back to work.
It has been my pleasure, Commander.
Alright then. Grunt shouldn't have anything else to say, but we'll see. I figure he's right around the same point as Jacob. Nothing to say, you two? About the assassin or the Justicar? Wow. Alright.
Shepard,
Just checking in. How you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything. Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
That's all for now.
Shepard,
Be interesting to see what Grunt looks like and does 200-300 years from now. Get a couple centuries under his belt. Hooah. Alright, we're gonna take a trip before we go to the Citadel. Liara, I believe I promised you a date. Need to refill my fuel cells. I thought they would actually give you fuel for that,
But 1/2
since it's how they
capacity.
gave you probes when you upgraded from Thane. But that's alright. Yeah. Place is starting to look more normal. Success. Citadel journalists are now reporting live from the Terminus systems. Failure. The Blue Suns whip up an advertising campaign to counter your bad press. Yep. Failure. Several Karshan nations have acquired WMDs that tip the balance in their favor. Success. Your agent warns Binary Helix about a Citadel inspection a week before it happened. Alright. Arbitrator. The garden world of Anhur went through a bloody political rebellion a few years ago, and a depressed economic climate has rekindled old grudges. Set up neutral ground for peace talks to prevent the colony from slipping back into a civil war. Sure. False prophets. A rapidly growing cult called the Followers of the Exalted Light of the Word, has gained a foothold in Omega. Send agents to infiltrate the controversial religion and siphon off donation money for yourself. Wow. You know what? I'll go ahead and... You have to wonder if they're actually just a cult or if they're just a religion. A lot of people like to say that that's the same thing. It's really not. It's really not. When I read this, my brain speaks to me about that one dude. You, sir, you are a blight on this galaxy. You and you. That Batarian who's down in the slums. So I'm assuming that's what this is tied to. Justicar Samara. Justicar. Rigidity of Justicar code makes her movements and mission outcomes predictable. Mother to 3 Ardat Yakshi. That's kind of spoilery. She actually would tell you that later. One of which remains wanted for murder in Citadel space. Transmission log 1755 CE. That's the actual year. Common Era CE. And that's 1755 for us. Samara, I've called you together to ask something of you. It is not a small thing, but it is for the best. Rila, Falair, are you receiving this? Falair, quite well. Rila, indistinct mother. We're in a common room, but a communicator's too near the door. Door shuts. Try now, mother. This news will be best delivered in person, but I am not allowed to travel before tomorrow. I have something I must do. It is hazardous, and thus I must do it alone. What do you mean, hazardous? Tomorrow I take the oath of solitude. It is to prepare me for the other oaths, but it means... You what? It is an oath required of all who... I know what it means, mother. I'm 42 years old. I have heard of Justicars. Then, do you understand why I must do it? No. The life of a Justicar is dangerous. I will make enemies and they would seek to use you. That I understand. What is not clear is why you would do this in the first place. It is not enough that we live 100 light years away from you in a dank fortress. That we have no communicator of our own but must use this communal one. Do you know what it means to us to hear your voice? I am sorry, Falair. And now you take that away. That is wounding. But it is the truth. I wish there were some other path. And you called us instead of coming to see us? If I came to see you, I would never leave. You know what that would mean. Is she that terrible, mother? Is she so much of a menace that she would deny us ever seeing you, ever hearing your voice again? My dear, I cannot lose her on the world and pretend I owe her victims nothing. Her crimes are my crimes. In time you may see as I do. Time is a weak salve for a fresh wound. Please, do not let anger ruin this. We will have our lives to contemplate the pain and loss. Can we not see from another's eyes, just for a moment? Falair, I don't want to lose you, mother. Not over someone as small as Mirala, or whatever she calls herself now. And Rila, you have been silent. Are you in accord? I can only say I will yearn for you too. Surely you have more than that. Is this the only way you will have any righteousness, mother? It will let me live a just life. And the goddess forbid I take it from you. Rila terminates call. She loves you, mother. She did not say it, but she does. And you. Can you understand why I must do this? Catch her. Just catch her. And there that is. Alright, inventory. Possessions bequeathed by Justicar Samara. Large goods. 4-bedroom house on Thessia. Right, okay, for her and her kids. Furniture and household appliances. Elcall Sapphire family sky car. Clothing and jewelry. Casual clothing, approximately 20 outfits. Intimate negligees, 3. Dancing dresses, 4. Bond ceremony gown. Bond ceremony bracelet. Hollow locket. Images of bondmate. Children. Reprogrammable. Baby and children clothing. Various. Miscellaneous. Lifetime Sarah's Fitness membership pass. Wouldn't you kind of need that? Or would they just give you access? Especially being a Justicar, you kind of have to stay fit. Lifetime membership. Jesus. For 1,000-year-old species. Well, individuals who live plus 1,000 years. First place trophy. Amateur Skyball League. Vid and novel library. Various. Photo album. Various. Sculpture of Samara and bondmate. Personalized happy birthday mom travel mug with photo of Samara and children. Handle cracked and repaired. Some glue marks visible. Memorial sphere. Bondmate. Birthing crutch. No idea what a birthing crutch is. It's probably I don't know, stroller or something. And that's all that. Pick up the resources. Check in at that terminal. Yep, see what I mean? Sniper rifle upgrade. An ex-STG weapons researcher has sent a schematic that will improve sniper rifle damage. Yes, indeed. Oh, and then he picks up the EZO as well. So it's whatever you pick up everything. Cool. Let's see what's changed on this terminal back here. Farron obviously won't have anything else to talk about. We've already spoken to him.
Aria Talok, Omega.
Hey man, look here. Well, here's hoping that person didn't work for you, and you just wanted them to test out something. There's always those people, all too happy to get you to test out something, boy.
Emily
Or she didn't take him out.
Citadel.
All right.
Fred Mazai, Citadel. Donnell Udina, Omega.
I don't know, bro. I get it. Strippers just don't appeal to me. I get nothing from somebody I'm supposed to pay to get nothing from. The math ain't mathing.
Armando Bailey, Citadel.
Oh, it looks like that one shop I bought that first set of weapon upgrades from. Think of it, human. You're stalking an area as across the plains.
David Anderson, Citadel.
I'm assuming that was Udina. Hit him with the gut check.
Praetor Gavon, Omega.
Oh, well. If you're bored, just tune into his feed. I'm sure you'll see something. Oh, shit. Homeboy has a homeboy.
Sinan Al-Jilani, Citadel.
This one would be going through it, bro. I will say this. No one can say, regardless of what happens, She ain't willing to continue to stand 10 toes down for the truth. She likes to bull rush, but she's willing to at least stand 10 toes down.
Keeper 20, Citadel.
I don't know how to feel about that one. Alright, well, the Keeper's disengaging the camera.
Matriarch Atheta, Ilium.
Well, it looks like whatever she just did, she ain't done.
Erdnot Torsk, Tuchanka.
He's hoping she had justification for that. Wasn't just raging out, letting her Krogan nature take over, as she likes to say.
Elias Kellum, Citadel.
Odds are it's a bribe, but it's hard to say. Memory serves, we ran across Elias Kellum in the first game, part of the Terra Firma party.
Okeer test subject number 317, alias Grunt. Ilium.
Oh, you're dumb. You'd been better off dropping your gun and trying to leave. He might have actually let you. With a standard SMG. It's like he wasn't even really trying to shoot him. He was like, no, I don't want to really shoot you because I don't want to die, but, you know, I kind of got to make a show of it.
Thane Krios, Kajay.
Grunt knows nothing about innuendo, my friend. He's too young. Nothing like being a ghost, boy. Nothing like it. That's why games like Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, Metal Gear, oh, they just hit right.
Justicar Samara, Ilium.
Dishonored, oh yeah. You better not run from me. I mean, I don't know what you thought was gonna happen. That hoe was walking you down like Michael Myers, Jason, and Freddy Krueger.
Arya T'Loak, Omega.
When they do the walk down, you know they're usually pretty dangerous. Odds are you ain't making it out. So it makes you wonder what happened. Did she pull the vehicle back? Did Chick die from it? Did she, you know what? I'm not dealing with that, and just jump straight out? Fall a couple dozen stories or something?
James Kane has secured the 2192 Summer Olympics on Luna. Elcor athletes are protesting as expected.
Yeah, I can't blame it. It was a bribe. They effectively didn't earn it.
Would you like to head up to the Normandy for that drink?
That sounds wonderful. I'll get my things.
Did you enjoy the tour?
Yes, it's a beautiful ship. And I ran into Joker. He seemed happy to see me. Although, he did ask if I'd embraced eternity lately.
Of course he did.
I also spoke with Dr. Chakwas. I'm glad she's doing well. I brought you something. It took some digging, but I recovered your tags.
Thank you. That's cool.
I thought I'd never see these again.
They changed hands more than once. Do you remember Admiral Hackett? He gave them to me so I could return them to you. He sends his best and hopes you're okay. So, how are you doing, Shepard? I mean, really. Not what you tell your squad to keep morale up.
The honest answer? Straight up, no mincing words. Looks like the galaxy's about to go tits up at high speed with blood everywhere.
Between you and me, I have no idea how we're gonna do this. I'm doing everything I can, but
You've done more than most. There wouldn't be a man, woman, or child left on Horizon if not for you.
Still. But there's no way to save everybody. You save who you can.
I saved some of them. Not enough. And the collectors will keep hitting colonies until I stop them.
So you'll stop them.
And here I thought it'd be difficult.
You'll get the job done. You always do. I just don't know what comes next. So tell me what you want. What are you fighting for?
In truth, it's the same thing I was always fighting for. Everybody else.
I guess I'm fighting for us. All of us.
That's a lot of responsibility.
People are messy, awkward, sometimes selfish or cruel. But they're trying. And I'm gonna make sure they have a chance.
I hope the galaxy proves itself worthy of the effort you're putting into saving it. I should get back to my base, but thanks for inviting me up, Shepard.
It's good to see you again. You know, it's funny. If you had a relationship going with her in the first game, when she pops up with that whole Joker statement,
Come back soon.
she'll ask you. Or you'll ask her, or she'll say, I met up with Joker again, but he asked me if my eyes did that freaky black thing again. Which means Shepard couldn't help but explain that one. And I don't blame it. Say, wait a minute. We hooked up and she kind of stared into my soul a bit. I don't know how to feel about it. Nothing wrong with intimate connection, but that's kind of a lot. I don't know, I just never saw the appeal of letting somebody crawl around in my skull. Friend, enemy, or whatever. Oh, they didn't give you more probes. Huh, even though they said they would. I just like my privacy. Recapture freighter. Interesting. I don't remember that. Oh, I think I do actually. We'll go from deal with that at some point. But I mean, it's just I don't care if what's in my head is information that could help save the entire galaxy, or the recipe for my favorite chicken noodle soup that everybody else already has the information on because it's all over the internet, or in terms of Mass Effect, the extranet. I don't care. It's up here. It's in my head. Leave it alone. Unless I give you access, kick rocks.
I've found references to a forger named Fade in C-Sec crime reports, Shepard. Perhaps that is a good place to start looking. Also, according to C-Sec, a Drell recently passed through customs. The C-Sec office may have more information.
There it is, and that's both Garrus and Thane's missions, respectively. I bought them both for a reason. This particular reason.
You'd think Citadel security would be the tightest in the galaxy.
I know C-Sec too well to believe that's true.
I see no fewer than 14 fatal flaws a skilled assassin could exploit. 8 of them existed when I was here 10 years ago.
So it's gotten worse, at least to an extent. Makes sense, unfortunately. It's not so much that they would want that to be the case, but it does make sense. If there's new people, there's new ways of thinking, there's things to forget. Actually, that might have been this shop. I was kind of thinking it was,
I just need to
too.
pick up some spices. Aminodextrous and aminosinister, if you have it.
You don't mix your spice chirality. What cooking school did you say you went to?
I don't go to cooking school. I just want something tasty to put on a steak.
Why don't you just go to Fish Dog Food Factory? It's on level 23. Ask for their tummy-tingling tachanka sauce.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds kind of good. I like my spicy food. I hear him on that, though. You do not... The second I heard aminodextrous, I'm like, wait a minute. If memory serves, we're amino levy based. Hold on.
Driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most Quarians now live aboard the Migrant Fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has scarce resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the Pilgrimage when they come of age. They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures, a combination of organic and synthetic parts.
Okay. That's what I was trying to remember. It's been a while since I've had to think about it. So what it is humans, we're level-based. Quarians are dextro-based. So what it is well, actually, hold on. Yeah. So what it is humans, Quarians, and a few others, we're level-based, which is the way of saying that our DNA is left-handed. So if, say, right-handed DNA was to try and be introduced to our system, it won't work. We'd get sick, but we won't actually be able to process that DNA as a part of our normal DNA. Quarians are dextro-based, so their DNA is right-handed. Checking something else just to be sure. Actually, excuse me, our DNA is right-handed. So Quarian's DNA is left-handed. Oh, Jesus. Now, you can end up with people who are more left-handed or right-handed with their DNA, but overall, our species is right-handed. So basically, he'd be kind of mixing poison.
Welcome to Citadel NewsNet. I'm Emily Wong.
Oh, need to go over here.
Has become the latest and largest human-settled world to disappear in the wave of lost colonies. As before in such cases, the human representative to the Council has requested an official investigation. This was reached rejected by a 3 to 4 vote in session, the Council maintains the matter is an internal alliance issue. Councilor Ballard noted, having a seat on the Council implies a species can handle its own problems and assist others with theirs. Alliance Councilor Anderson agreed, but requested increased access to the Council's space tracking network.
I could actually agree with both of those statements. It's kind of cold, but I could agree with both of those statements.
I heard that those lakes up on the Presidium are filled with fish.
No, they're not.
You ever been up there?
No. CSEC won't let me. They say I'm a risk.
They think every Krogan is dangerous.
Damn Turians. We should kill them all.
Every Krogan is dangerous, but it doesn't mean every Krogan is going to be a problem.
Welcome back. Of course.
Okay.
Take your time.
Couldn't remember if I had actually talked to you. Fish, and a muddle. Was that Sovereign? Yeah.
The flagship of the rogue X-Spectre, Saren Arterius. Sovereign is a devastating dreadnought of unprecedented power. At 2 kilometers long, Sovereign was believed to have been powered by a gigantic Element Zero core, the only energy source potent enough to land the massive vessel on a planet. During the Eden Prime War, the ship unleashed its peerless destructive force against which Citadel Council ships were defenseless. With a virtually indestructible flagship and a crew of fanatic Geth and Krogan, Saren nearly succeeded in wiping out all his enemies. Only the resourcefulness and bravery of the commander and crew of the SSV Normandy stopped him. The overwhelming power of Sovereign ignited bizarre speculation in tabloid media that the vessel was sent by extragalactic invaders, or was, despite indeterminate photographic evidence at best, a single giant robot. Some sources even claimed that Sovereign was alive. Such conjecture, however baseless, remains to this day.
And there it is. 2 kilometers.
Yes? My associate is trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a Drell recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Duct rats take whatever is available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors.
That's pretty extreme, Commander.
Laugh it up, Garrus.
Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake, and you should fix the problem yourself.
What was it you called Mouse?
A duct rat. It's a local slang for the poor kids who grow up in the station. When they're small, they tend to play in the ventilation ducts where adults can't get to them.
Aren't the ducts dangerous?
Every couple of months, we pull a little body out of them. Lacerated by fan blades, broken by a deadfall, suffocated by vacuum exposure. Those are just the ones we know about. More just disappear. Maybe they get sucked into space. Maybe they fall into the protein vats the Keepers run. And Mouse survived long enough that he can't fit in the ducts anymore. He was one of the smarter ones, or the luckier ones.
You never really know with that kind of stuff. And then with the Citadel not being really known, who knows what gaps exist, what places exist, what holes exist. The Reapers made this place.
I've heard enough.
Mouse is usually upstairs outside the Dark Star. He works out of a public comm terminal. You should pick up a copy of the Shepard VI when you talk to him. It sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with your son directly, he'll know who can. I'll help you if you need it.
Thank you. But why?
You don't know us, Captain. Why are you going so far to help us?
I've worked at Kara for 2 years. Every day kids turn to crime because they've got no other choice, because their parents don't care. You're trying to save yours.
He faces a dark path.
And there it is.
We better hurry then.
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
Of course I didn't tell him. He's a cop. What you think he'd do?
He's a cop. He tried to stop Kolyat and one of them could end up dead. I don't want that.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Shepard.
Yep. His son being here has knocked him off kilter. That's a tactical perspective, and he should already know it. But he can't focus on it. I can understand it. Figured I'd check out all the other shops first. It's been a bit since I've actually did a shop run.
Medical firm Certa Foundation is reporting a medical breakthrough against a new strain of interspecies influenza. The development comes as a result of samples contaminated during a biotic attack on their research center 2 years ago. Fortunately, there were few casualties.
No, there were no casualties, we remember. But that in particular mission always has glitches. Apparently, it always had glitches to the point that even if no one died, the game would still register as people having died in this one. It's irritating, but there it is.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Sure is. No store like it.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Sure is. No store like it. Deal with that later.
An ExoGeni archaeological team has been reported missing. They were last seen in the Iaea cluster's Enoch system, an area of heavy pirate activity.
Okay, that's probably a mission.
Celebrations are planned across Terra Nova for the upcoming anniversary of the thwarted terrorist attack on the colony. Former hostage Kate Bowman is expected to read a thank you message to Alliance soldiers who rescued her. The Batarian terrorist responsible for the attack on the colony, known only as Balak, remains unknown. The Shepard Memorial on Akuz is expected to open next year once the area is declared safe for visitors. Admiral Stephen Hackett will preside. Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly resembles ancient Ragnar ship profiles. The few ships sighted have been small-scale.
I wonder what a Presidium fish would taste like. I'm telling you, there are no fish up there. I hear an Urdnot went up there once. An Urdnot on the Presidium. That'd be the day.
Yeah, he was. But that reinforces it. Even then, Krogan on the Presidium were considered to be a problem. Even then.
The Asari Shaira, more commonly known as the Consort, has declined to name the next race likely to gain council membership. However, she suggested an announcement could come soon.
Jesus, y'all, see, that's what I'm saying. It's not to say she doesn't have good advice or perspective, but you're relying on a fortune teller, bro. I don't get into fortune tellers like that. You may have some merit, but even if you do, why in God's name would I want to know the end of the story?
Emotions at Shepard's rumored survival are mixed. While some are overjoyed to see him return, others believe his false death was a betrayal.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry I betrayed you. Maybe I should get sucked back out into space and stay there. You know, to make everyone feel better.
I'll take it.
I don't really need the pistol upgrade like that. Most of us don't use the pistol consistently.
Yeah, I can get that.
And when we do, well,
okay, that might be more difficult. No, that's fine. I got some bonus copy protection.
right. What's the name of this place? Can't remember. Frustrating. Wait, there you are.
That I can do for you?
I noticed you're one of the groundskeepers for the Presidium. Do you know if there are fish in the lakes?
I get that question a lot. I think it's right behind where's the restroom. Those are reservoirs, the Presidium's own supply, independent from the water storage tanks in the quarters. The only place I know of on the station to get a live fish is the Leia Sonasy's gift shop.
Yeah, and we've been there.
When I pour a glass of water, it's the same stuff that tourists throw garbage in?
No, they purify it first. If some Solarian or human bacteria gets left in, and a Turian or Quarian drinks it, they could die. Everything would be so much simpler if we all had the same DNA. But no, the universe loves diversity.
Where's that gift shop?
In the market downstairs from the bar. Zelaya sells aquariums. Fish are the largest pets most station residents can get a permit for.
The largest? Really?
Thanks for your time.
No problem. If you get up to the Presidium, check out the DeMaio flowers across from the conduit. They're coming in very nicely.
I don't remember seeing flowers when we were at the conduit. So yeah, welcome to this place. I don't even have a desire for a drink. I'm gonna keep it real. Clubs have never appealed to me. All it is noise, nonsense, and waiting for somebody to get shot.
Those Asari Hanar porn games they sell in Shinakiba are really nasty.
No doubt.
Yeah, sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You mouse?
What are you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you retired. Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
Got him sweating, both of us, so like, huh. Yeah, and then you walking from that whole statement about those Hanar Asari porn games. It's like, bro, it's not really surprising that all around it's kind of tentacle porn. I don't know. I don't see how people get into that, but there you go.
How do you know Thane?
Krios? He didn't... If he didn't say nothing, I ain't either.
When we heard the name, I didn't think it could be the same Mouse. He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active. He and some other children would gather information on my targets.
You had kids running around getting you information on targets.
You put children in danger to spy for you?
Children, the poor. My people's word for their kind is Dralafa, the ignored.
Yeah.
They're everywhere, see everything.
Yep.
They are never seen. You gave another Drell instructions for an assassination. Who's the target?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Because the people I work for, they can make me disappear. I'd like to help you, Krios. You always done right by us, but I ain't gonna die for you.
Yeah, you can't really blame that. That's a whole other conversation. And he's not wrong about those people who are never seen. That's how a lot of life is. That's one of the reasons why you go to like bars or whatever, and you'd have people ask the bartender what's up. It's because drunk people talk. Odds are the bartender had to play counselor to at least a few dozen people this week. Same with the poor. A lot of people literally, it's weird, a lot of people literally go blind. Nose blind, sound blind, visual blind to some people in their vicinity because they are at a lower socioeconomic rung. To the point that they literally do stuff in front of people thinking that they're not in front of people.
Look, you know Thane. He wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Do it for him. Do it for him.
I want to. He was always nice to us. But these people ain't nice, Krios.
Nobody's gonna know you talk to us.
Mouse, I swear that you won't be named.
All right. He came with that hollow you took of me. Said he wanted a job. I ran through your old contacts to see who might give him a shot. The guy who offered was Elias Kellum.
We just spoke about Kellum.
Tell me about Kellum.
Human. Moved to the Citadel about 10 years ago. He was Little People when you were here, Krios. He got big after the Geth attack. Lots of the big guys from before got cacked, all in them big fancy apartments up on the Presidium. Now he runs the rackets on the lower end of the ward, Shinakiba. He's seriously bad news.
Yeah, chunks of Sovereign ruined quite a few people's days. As a matter of fact, that Asari that we met on Ilium, who was stopping Zeus Hope from going through testing without being forced to pay exorbitant fees and rigorous testing they didn't really want to sign up for. She lost both of her daughters in that attack. We met both of them. One was that receptionist at the embassies, and one was the greeter at Sha'ira's consort chambers.
You did good, Mouse.
Yeah. Hope I live long enough to pat myself on the back.
Kelham will never know.
I hope not. I'm out of here, Krios. Next time you're in town, just don't bring the family.
Hey, hold on. I need to talk to you.
That couldn't have been easy.
Mouse knew more about my life than Kolyat ever did. He smiles up at me, broken teeth and scabby knees, bare feet black, a dead-end future looking up at me, worshipping the petty gifts I offer. I was the only good thing he had back then, but I left him as I left Kolyat.
Mouse said you had a hollow of him.
Yes. A foolish bit of sentimentality. I can perfectly recall every moment I spent with Mouse. He pulls at my arm, smiles. He wants to know that I'll remember him, that anyone will remember him. I take the hollow. He smiles at himself in miniature on my palm. Then a frown crinkles his brow. He pats my pockets, checking for other hollows. Where's your son, Krios? He asks.
Like a son away from his son. Closest thing he can get to another son while not actually being near his own. I wouldn't say it's not his fault, but it's also kind of not his fault. You couldn't stick around in terms of Mouse. There was no way to avoid that. And if you stuck around in terms of Mouse, then you need to stick around in terms of Kolyat. It makes no sense.
Don't blame yourself.
If I don't, who will? We must carry the weight of our decisions, Shepard. You, of all people, know this.
Let's head back
Yes,
to
we must. But there's also a point. Oh, Lord. Okay. It's quite a bit more time. All right. Let's just sit. Where are we at?
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Yeah, sure.
You, Mouse?
What do you...
Be still, Mouse. You can...
Krios?
He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active.
You put children in danger.
You gave another Drell...
I don't know. I didn't ask. Because the people I work for, they can make me disappear. I'd like to help you, Krios. You always done right by us, but I ain't gonna die for you.
Look, you know things.
I want to, but these people...
Nobody's gonna know you talk.
Mouse, I swear that you...
All right. I ran through your old contacts to see who might give him a shot. The guy who offered was Elias Kelham.
One other thing. That Shepard VI you're selling?
Oh, shit. You heard... Look, you were dead. It was totally legal to make a VI of you.
I'm not mad about it. I don't know why I would be. I want one.
Give me a copy, we'll call it even.
What? I mean, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about the whole... Just so you know, there's 3 Volus who are patching it all the time.
So that means it's kind of bad. Okay.
Now he runs the rackets on the lower end of the
You did
wall.
good, Mouse.
Yeah.
Kelham will never know.
Just don't bring the family.
That couldn't have been easy.
He smiles up at me. He pats my pockets, checking for other If I don't, who will?
All right.
And I can do...
I noticed you're one of the groundskeepers.
Everything.
When I've worked.
Where's
that?
If you get
Now,
up to the Presidium, check out the
earlier in the game,
across from the condo.
there was a point where Dr. Chakwas had a request for some Ceres Ice Brandy. You could also have gotten it from there. We remember you.
Emotions at Shepard's rumored survival are mixed. While some are overjoyed to see him return, others believe his false death
10 credits, we offer data protection for any game we sell. Copy protection ever malfunction? Download a new copy free.
Nice.
2 years after a Geth attack nearly destroyed it,
Gotta love the Galactic Game Exchange.
plans for an expansion.
Don't know if it matters bringing Grunt for this. I can't remember.
In C-Sec crime.
What do you want?
Why are you so interested in fish from the Presidium?
It's so decadent. Eating a fish from the Presidium would be like screwing Shaira. Ugh, sorry you're so squishy. Where are you supposed to get a decent grip?
I can respect that logic. Our species are better able to deal with that decent grip, but I can respect that logic.
I talked to one of the Presidium groundskeepers. He said there aren't any fish in the lakes.
What? I told you. Why have all that water if you're not going to store something to eat in it? I don't understand aliens at all. Thanks for telling me. It's all he's talked about all damn day.
I can understand this logic, especially when you look at Tuchanka. It's like, we ain't got space for water to be pretty. It's being used.
Yes?
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to Mouse? Did you get the name of the guy he's working with?
Elias Kellum.
Kellum. Shit. Look, this is awkward. Kellum and I have an agreement. He doesn't cause too much trouble and buys tickets to the C-Sec charity ball from me. In return, I ignore him.
Interesting. On the one hand, you'd think this is a bribe, but it's hard to say. But let's see what he says.
He pays you off. You were eager to help us before. What about now? Is it too inconvenient?
I said I'd help. It's just there'll be repercussions if I don't handle it right. He and I give each other space. It keeps the peace. I'll get some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself. I'll stay out of sight, and if I'm lucky, Kellum will believe that I had nothing to do with it.
See, I don't blame that. It's not about ease. When there's two problems on the Citadel, or two problems in proximity, if they can't be dealt with without there ending up being a lot of blood, sometimes all you can do is shake hands. Look each other dead in the eye and tell each other not to start anything.
Bring him in. We might not have much time.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
Plus, in the end, he didn't hesitate. He just wanted us to be aware of the situation that he's under. Or that this ward is under, rather.
We've got Kellum. Tell Bailey we're ready.
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Captain, his lawyer's here.
Bet Elias has his VI set to page him if C-Sec gets within 10 meters.
Probably.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
We should question him together. Keep the pressure on. Thoughts on how we approach it?
Good cop, bad cop. Usual.
You talk to him. Appeal to his self-interest. I'll put the screws to him if he needs it.
Very well. I'll pretend to be on his side. But if we waste too much time negotiating, Bailey won't be able to stall Kellum's advocate.
Nope. But I'll deal
Get me
with
out of
that.
these restraints, Bailey. Pretty funny bringing me down here like this. The hell are you two?
Pay attention. He's the one you want to see. I'm the one you don't.
You hired an assassin. We need to know who you want killed. You tell us, you can go.
I want to see my advocate.
Your advocate hasn't arrived. We're trying to find him.
I'm not saying a damn word until he's here. You two are in way over your heads. Bailey won't let you touch me.
Whether he could or couldn't, touching you is pointless. If I hit you, you'll say whatever you need to say to get me to stop. No.
Bailey doesn't know you're here, but he will, after we're done.
This is off the record. No criminal charges will be brought against you.
What are you, frog boy? This little sidekick? What, kid? You gonna bore me into confessing? You ain't shit. Come on, hit me. I dare you. No, huh? Didn't think you had the balls.
I'm the one that'll kill you and make it look normal. He's the one that'll kill you and make it not make sense. You might want to be a little nicer.
Think carefully, Elias. I want to catch the assassin, not you. Why stick your neck out for him?
You want me to confess to putting a contract on someone? You think I'm stupid?
I get the name, I walk out. You never see me again.
I got no reason to believe you.
You don't have a reason to disbelieve either.
I'll say this.
We're running out of time. Bailey can't stall his advocate for long.
Are we done here? Because I got people to see.
Setting aside the fact that it's not actually evidence.
Goddamn waste of my time.
Setting aside the fact that it's not actually evidence. I mean, you want me to confess to putting a hit out on somebody? I'm not stupid. I mean, you kind of told me, but that's actually not evidence, unfortunately.
How about this? You tell us the target and...
I said get out of my way, Bailey. You have no right to... What the hell is going on in here? Step away from my client. Is that... Do you have him tied to the chair?
Glad you could make it, Freddy.
Traffic was bad. You'll need a shovel the size of the Citadel to dig yourself out of this.
Oh, you like your cigars, huh? Why don't you go ahead and put that out? I'm busy.
This is all above board. I'm a council specter.
Shit.
What? What's that mean, Freddy?
Spectres can do whatever they want, Elias. I can't help you.
Shit.
If it was you I wanted, I could kill you and go. I want the assassin. Tell me who the target is, and I'll leave.
Damn it. Joram Talid. He's a Turian, running for intendant of Zakira Ward.
Where can we find him?
His apartment's in the 800 blocks.
Let's go.
Yeah, when you speak about access, that sweat tends to do things to you, doesn't it?
What's the story? Why'd Kellum hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram Talid. You know him?
Joram? Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
I could partly understand it. I legitimately can partly understand it. The Citadel gets attacked. Most of CSEC was not human. Most of CSEC was Turian. But if you notice, there's humans everywhere now.
Are things so bad that people can openly campaign as anti-human?
Before the Battle of the Citadel, the alien population thought we were violent upstarts. Look what's happened since then. A human fleet guarding the station for months. CSEC filled with humans. Anderson does what he can, but some people have lived on the station since before humans had starships. They see it as a coup.
It's an unfortunate aspect, but that's what democracy gets you. I'm a Democrat, not one of the crazy ones, but that's what democracy gets you. If you have a democracy, then unfortunately you have to accept that there are going to be fuck-ups in your society. If you give people choice, people are going to use choice. It's not pretty, but that's the reality.
If a majority votes for him, like it or not, that's how the system works.
That's a nice ideal, Shepard.
Not where I'd go, but
Sergeant,
sure.
Get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
Yes, sir.
It has nothing to do with it being a nice ideal. You can just as easily elect a dictator, but the point remains. If they chose, they chose.
There he is. How do you want to play this?
Follow the lead on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
Where will you be?
Where he needs to be.
The darkest corner with the best view.
Homeboy's a ghost. Let him do his thing.
Amon Kira, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on Election Day.
You can count on it.
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on Election Day.
You'll never see where he's at.
I'm following.
So don't concern yourself with that. Just had to get that pistol upgrade up here.
Have you got him?
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of Kolyat?
No.
I'm moving to another position. Ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on Election Day.
Setting aside your skills, my friend, Kolyat's probably old enough to have learned how to sneak around from your Hanar trainers and whatnot. Excuse me. So, if I don't see you, odds are I ain't seeing him. Like, come on now. He might not be, well, he's obviously not going to be nearly as good or experienced, but yeah.
I've got him.
And yes, there is a time frame that shows up at the bottom right when it comes to this mission, whenever he asks that, so just be aware of it. You can, I assume, fail. I've never failed, so.
Can you give me an update? I'm almost in position. He's letting the bodyguard do all the work. That lets him deny involvement. No sign of trouble. I see him.
Yep, me too. And then he walks off quickly so nobody sees the bodyguard is with him. Oh no, I fell.
No problem so far.
I'll say this much. If there has to be a club or something,
What's he doing?
I ain't mad at this one.
I don't have a good angle. What's he doing?
One of his guards is talking to the bartender. Looks like a shakedown.
I'm relocating to the next room. Let me target in sight.
Quiet. More of a peaceful kind of spot.
No sign of trouble. Where is he now?
He's meeting a couple of mercenaries. Looks like the same group his bodyguard comes from.
He looks nervous. Could be he's noticed you.
Maybe he saw Kolyat in here somewhere.
Also a possibility. There are obstructions ahead. I'll try to go around. Don't lose him.
You're running
Yep.
for office. Lots of people watch you. Yes, sir.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing back here?
It's alright, man.
I'm with Citadel Health and Safety. We've had vermin reports in storage areas around here.
What? You can't be serious. How did you get in here?
If I didn't have authorization, how did I get in? You see any other doors?
There's the keeper. Never mind. Just go on through, okay?
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
man.
Just don't let my boss see you.
No problem.
I see him.
No problem so far.
Kolyat!
Oh, C-Sec! Ow!
Vane!
I saw.
He's heading to Khalid's apartment.
Nice work on that, Krogan. Real talk. 2 shots. Knew exactly where to hit. He has been trained. At least to an extent.
Kolyat.
This is a joke. Now you show up.
Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want.
C-Sec, put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
It's going down.
They'll have snipers outside.
I don't need your help. What the hell?
Khalid, get the hell out of here. Yeah, I will.
Take the boy into custody.
You son of a bitch!
Your father doesn't have much time left, Kolyat. He's trying to make up for his mistakes.
What? So you came to get my forgiveness? So you can die in peace or something?
I came to grant you peace. You're angry because I wasn't there when your mother died.
You weren't there when she was alive. Why should you be there when she died?
Your mother. They killed her to get to me. It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the Deep, I went to find them. The Triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them. Eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Kolyat, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Kolyat and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
I'm surprised you're letting him do that.
You think he's the only man who ever screwed up raising a son? I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
There it is. And moreover, I'll make it a point not to speak during these sequences. They're loud as hell. Moreover, I mean, it's not like he's gonna do anything. At least not to an extent. Otherwise, we would have already done it. He just wants to talk to his son. Level 27. Thane has dealt with his son. He should be clear of any further distractions from the mission. Thane's personal matter revealed troubling issues with Citadel politics. May have to support Elias Kellerman, similar criminals to counteract anti-human bias. Bailey at C-Sec offers a possible recruiting opportunity. And unfortunately, Cerberus has kind of the right of it here. Gotta help criminals to avoid the anti-human sentiment. Shredder ammo. Increases damage to health of organic targets. It's not good for armor, but it's basically anti-personnel rounds is what it is. It's real good against flesh. 30% pistol damage, so now I didn't even have to concern myself with buying that upgrade.
They've been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the C-Sec archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house. The prime suspect was a Drell. We never caught him.
Yeah, whoever that is, he probably didn't live too long.
10 years is a long time. Whoever was responsible for that probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
How'd it go?
Our problems, they aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
I watched those guys shaking down businesses and threatening humans.
But he can't just get away with it.
The kid wants to make a difference. Give him community service.
Community service for attempted murder? What jury would agree to that?
None that I've seen. This would need to stay out of the judiciary. Strictly within CSEC.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Thank you, Captain.
Really do give that man many a reason to sweat balls, don't we? But in the end, that was necessary. We really needed that.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll need you to remove any biotic amp you might be wearing.
What? Why?
Unfortunately, sir, biotics can be used as a weapon. The rules require me to confiscate all amps. Could you please hand over yours?
I don't have one. I'm not a biotic.
Oh. Well, when you objected, I thought...
You humans are all racist.
Hey, I mean, to be valid, come on, dude. Humans are all racist? That's a flawed argument right there. She thought that you had a biotic imp. You say you're not a biotic? Cool. And the reason why it is that it's confusing is because biotic Turians are rare. So why would she even attribute a biotic amp to you?
Can I help you, sir?
I think we've already spoken to you.
Just passing through.
Next.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight! Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the City Buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Sir, an object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot!
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip. Sir, yes, sir.
Love listening to that every time. Hard not to.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yep. And what else?
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Samara would like to see you in observation on the crew deck. Anything else,
Of
Commander?
course she would.
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Still alive? Detective Anaya. Greetings, Commander. I'm not completely sure this will get to you, but thanks again for helping me deal with Samara. The Eclipse mercs have gotten real quiet around here, and my superiors have backed off too. No idea if the two are related, but hopefully the next time I meet a Justicar, I can give her the respect she deserves. I still can't believe I worked a case with one of them. You're a lucky human. If I find any more data on our target, I'll pass it along. Thanks. Detective Anaya, Ilium Law Enforcement. She seems a good one. I mean, don't really have perspective on who she is beyond that, but she seems a good one. Speak to Thane. Go from there.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
If you don't mind my saying, you don't really seem like an assassin.
You've spent too much time fighting thugs who think custom-painted armor makes them professionals. The
Real
Hanar
talk.
trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12.
Oh,
They trained
well.
me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
I mean, you killing at 6 would have been them throwing you away?
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
I can understand that part. If they actually did regret. I can understand that if they actually did.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who train assassins.
Don't know why.
Every species trains assassins.
Exactly.
The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
There you go.
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us, some of us, from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
So far, it kind of sounds like slavery through doing you a favor, the ultimate kind of favor. But I'm assuming he's speaking more like indentured servitude. That's not exactly slavery, but indentured servitude can be problematic.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
Huh. They don't sound like wimps. They just sound like people who have different capabilities, so they need something else.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
See, now, okay. You can choose. The compact is a little weird because you speak about choosing and a compact. But hey, if you actually get to choose, then you get to choose. I'm not mad at it.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you.
Not really.
Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
Cold. And I'm assuming it would have been too risky to send vessels back to get any of those billions. Cold. So much loss of life, so much loss of genetic diversity.
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
It's horrible, but you can't blame them. They had nothing else. All they could do was fight the battles they knew they could win. I've gone over this before. It doesn't mean it was a good battle, but it was the only one they had. And maybe somebody could live long enough to find something, but odds are that wasn't going to be the case. That's unfortunate. It is something we as a species do have to concern ourselves with, though.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes.
Sorry.
I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch, he dies. Then, the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away.
Right.
My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
See, us going through that mission with Kolyat, had we picked up Thane earlier, we would have had these conversations earlier, so we would have saw him do this earlier. But with it all happening the way it is, the sequences are not necessarily out of order, but they're so close together that each time I finish a mission, one of my companions has something else that needs done. And since that's the case, we don't get the chance to have these conversations first.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Excuse me?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
It's alright, man. I know the particular one you speak of. Speak to Samara next episode.
Samara wants a moment with you, Commander.
Yeah. Actually, let's see what Joker says. Excuse me. We did upgrade the Normandy a couple of times. I don't know if it'll matter in terms of his statement, but let us see. Plus, the new kids on the block might be having themselves a nice conversation.
Commander.
I assume everything is
Good
going
for
well.
now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my
What do you
point.
think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Okay, since there was no combat.
That's it for now.
That was
See you, Commander.
weird. Oh, well, no. The operation we were on didn't have me running around with teammates. I was just running around with teammates on the Citadel. But the operation itself, nah. And yeah, you can open this door still, but you know, it's just fluff. I don't know why they let you do it, honestly. Because if memory serves, there isn't a single point in this game where you'll actually use this door other than for like a cutscene style. Gotta say, I always did like the fact that their weapons locker is up here. Makes perfect sense to me. They designed their ship to deal with potential infiltrators. And since it's up here, you can work from the bridge, logistics, everything. And then you have forces as well as weapons, and then you have there's actually quite a few numbers up here. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the crew is up here. But it's gonna be the end of episode 23 of Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition, folks, on the Xbox Series X. If and you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you.